Last summer I flew into LAX. Anything you know about LAX, you know how many stars go through that enormous airport daily. If you're lucky enough, you get to meet one of them. We'll do a last minute, family emergency and a last minute flight. I got put on Delta Airlines, big time I know. And in the terminal, I got to sit right across from David Beckham. And when David Beckham saw my ONU across my shirts, my athletic gear, he asked what it was. Said it was a tiny school with a bunch of trees and a bunch of rules. And after about 10 minutes, I got his autograph. I was much too afraid to ask for his photo with someone so good looking because that would just ruin my confidence. Um, Sorry to tell you, everything you just heard was a lie. I didn't go home for summer, and I definitely didn't meet David Beckham. But if I do, I'll be sure to tell him the story. Lies are an ingrained part of our society, part of social norms from Santa when you're a child to that one ex that lied to you in high school. It's a normal experience we've all been through and been guilty of ourselves. What makes a liar a liar? What exactly counts as a lie? I pondered over these questions, and through my research, I found not only the answers to these questions, but I also peel back the layers of what lying is. For us to really understand what a liar is, I'm going to share with you the tree trunk of lying, which is the base of why people lie, the leaves, which is the 5 types of lies, and one of the coconuts would be deception. So first is the child. So lying is actually a skill, and according to Parent Magazine, July 2013 article about lying, struggling to lie is actually cognitive disability, and you develop the ability to lie by age two or three, and because you have no moral compass to understand other people's feelings. And by age of 4, you're able to stretch the truth because your imagination is starting to fly, so you're starting to make up stories about things because your imagination is just going crazy. And by 7 to 8, you're able to tell white lies to protect other people, mostly like grandma on Christmas. She gives you socks, you hate socks, and you tell her that you love the socks instead of telling the truth or stretching the truth. The reason you lie is mostly because of authority, which mainly parents. You either fear their disappointment or you fear their punishment, so you try to formulate a right answer. So instead of when they say, "Did you take that toy?" You know, if you say yes, you're going to put in timeout, so you just say no because you want to keep playing with your friends. And then also, a Journal of Experimental Child Psychology did a study where they told the children that if they touched something, they would be punished, and they left them in the room alone with a camera and sticking to your lies. And 20% of 3 to 4 year olds stuck to a lie after they did touch it and they lied about it. 30% of 5 to 6 year olds stuck to a lie after they had lied about touching the object and they asked 2 or 3 times. And 50% of 7 to 8 year olds, which goes to show as we get older, our lies become more confident in our lies, and then usually we believe that we can be able to spot a liar, which is not always true. According to Neil Burton's 2015 article, Psychology of Self-Deception, he debunks a lot of things in that we formerly believed in lying. So like eyes gaze detection. So when people looked up and left, we believe that was a way to gauge truthfulness, and it's not. 23 out of 24 peer-reviewed articles say that is not true. Voice stress and body posture is another one, but it's also it all is associated. It's very weakly associated because it has more to do with anxiety than anything else. But the best way to spot a liar is cognitive load, which is each lie, cognitive load increases. You have lapse in spatial details because there's so many things going on, and your brain is under stress. It stores lies in short term. And a part of cognitive load is leakage. So there's verbal and nonverbal leakage. So verbal leakage is they minimize, they edit adverbs, they focus on the wrong situation or event. And on a personal note, people that say I find it so hard to lie are actually the biggest indicator of a liar. Nonverbal, which is the best way to spot a liar, FBI agent David Matsumoto says that microexpressions, although only 1/15 of a second, are the best ways to spot a liar. Usually, when you investigate somebody and you bring them for questioning, they're able to do slow mo while they record the things. But you also have to be able to spot it in real time when just talking to someone on the street when you're kind of investigating them. So, but Sally Adie's March 23rd, 2014 article, Dead Giveaway, said training can increase the detection to above 70%. And microexpressions have to match verbally, so they have to have 2 and 2 together. It can't just be one or the other. And liars are more likely to fake anger, but with psychopathy, they are also able to fake happiness. So you have to know the signs of anger and know the types of smiles in order to detect that. And then onto the leaves, which is the 5 types of lies. First, we have white lies, which is thought to be the most common. But it's benefiting others and losing out in some way to avoid distressing others. So when someone asks you, they look good today, and you say yes, and they don't. You kind of live. It kind of creates a little cognitive load because of like things like self-creation, where you start to believe lies to avoid harm for yourself. But each lie creates a new dimension of yourself. And then the actual most popular type of lie is gray lies. So you both get positive benefit. So things such as return lies. So when you lie for your friend, you tell your friend's mom that she was at your house when she wasn't. That's a lie because you know you're going to get her in that she's going to do the same thing for you in return. So it's called a gray lie. And yes, and then red lies are mainly out of spite. They're also called revenge lies because they're a combo of verbal and nonverbal things, trying to embarrass the other person to get back at them. And then we have black lies, which is where con artists sit and thieves. But it's not just con artists. Like it could be as small as a car salesman hiding a scratch from you, so you buy the car knowing that you're going to notice it as soon as you get home. And then there is blue lies. So blue lies are for political gain. Dictators such as like Kim Jong-un use it. He tells people he's a demigod, and he makes up lies to gain political gain and gain favor of the people. And they usually, in America, they use false or misleading things. And they usually use statistics because Americans are inherently bad at statistics. Jenny Anderson and the OECD did a study on Americans, and we actually ranked last among developed nations in digital problem solving. And Benjamin Disraeli says that there are three types of lies: lies, damn lies, and statistics. And lastly, to the fruit of the tree, deception, there is internal deception, which is mainly repression, and that happens in sexual abuse victims that want to forget what happened. It's like motivated forgetting. And there's also people with phobias who kind of suppress those phobias, repress those phobias, and they kind of come out in these very odd, weird ways. And also a big part of internal self-deception is distortion. Where you change your reality to fit what you need. So say someone's not allowed to get divorced, they're gonna make excuses for the other person as to why they do what they do. So you stay with them, you stay in favor of being with them. And then you also have denial, which happens a lot in closeted homosexuals that are afraid of being shunned by their families. And then you also have political, which is splitting, which you start to believe whatever your party is saying just because your party is saying it, not because you actually believe it's true. And then externally, there's con artists. they contain one or more of the dark triad, which is psychopathy, Machiavellism, and narcissism. And they play on psychological factors of human nature, such as willingness to pursue the best in others. Maria Kanikova's January 23rd article, Lyre of Con Artist, shows that you not only trust people that look like you, but you actually trust people that are more ordinary over famous, because ordinary people, you relate to them more. And a lot of people that are con artists use emotional factors such as things that are unquestionable, like children dying or a cancer survivor. In 2013 and 2015, Bella Gibson actually lied about using holistic medicine for brain tumors. A lot of people died because they refused treatment for it because they thought what she did worked for her, but it was actually a lie. And also, according to Maria Kanikova, 20% of people that lied said they didn't want to come forward because they didn't want to spread bad news. 35% were seen as friendly by coworkers, and 40% were seen highly respected by the people around them, which goes to show that you don't always know when you're being duped. So today we dove into the complexity of a liar. I informed you about the trunk of the liar, the leaves, which was the 5 types of lies, and one of the fruits, which is the differentiation and deception. As time goes on, lies and deception will only perpetuate in a deeper, darker utensil than it is today. But understanding the root of lies and how they are carried on in society will make you less susceptible to falling under the curse. Whether it's having better understanding of the types of lies you engage in, catching a friend or significant other in a fib, or knowing that trapped African princess emailing you is not a real person. Just remember that if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Mark Twain.